Hi you guys, it's Ellie, and in this video we're going to be talking about how you can overcome relationship anxiety. I first want to start off the video by saying that I'm not a psychologist, I'm not a therapist. If you feel that your anxiety is more than just a mild temporary thing, please speak to a specialist about that. These tips will not help you. If you find this video helpful, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, consider subscribing to my channel, and let's jump right into the video. The first thing that we need to do is understand why we are feeling anxious. Feeling anxious comes in a very broad spectrum of certain feelings and physical changes within the body. To get to the bottom of the anxiety, we need to understand why it's occurring and look for patterns. Are there certain things that come up before the feelings come up? What physical tells do you have that you are anxious? Is it forms of thoughts that are coming to you? Is it your heartbeat that beats faster? I want you to make a little note for yourself. Either make a mental note or a physical note, but the whole point is to help you. So whatever you feel more comfortable with, please do that. So please answer a couple of questions for yourself. What are your physical tells that you are feeling anxious? What thoughts occur in your head? What is the source of those thoughts? What is the fear that comes up with those thoughts? Is there a certain situation that keeps occurring that causes you to feel the anxiety within your relationship? Is there something that your partner says or does that rubs you the wrong way? Is it something that is internally happening within you that causes you to feel anxious within your relationship? Or is it something that is happening externally from your partner, or a situation, a scenario that occurred, something that your partner said? What is it specifically? The more details that you can give yourself, the more helpful you will be in recognizing patterns and understanding the source, like the core, the true source of feeling the anxiety. If you're feeling anxious about a relationship, why are you still trying to be in one? Is it something that you feel like you're missing, you're lacking a relationship in your life? Because if that's the case, I really want you to watch another video, which I will attach on the end screen. Please click on that video. Or is it something that was caused based on your past, your experiences, maybe triggers, traumas, any of that kind of stuff? If you're anxious about getting into a relationship, then maybe that isn't the right thing for you. Maybe that's something that could be looked at as a good thing versus something that is wrong that needs to be fixed or altered. Now, for everyone else who isn't anxious about being in a relationship, but just is in a relationship and has moments where they feel anxiety, this part is for you. I want you to keep track, whether, again, it's a mental note or physically in your notes app. I want you to keep track at least of 5 different scenarios or times that you felt like you were very anxious, and I want to know what happened, who was there, what caused it, why do you feel that way? All of those things, the more that you can answer for yourself, the easier it will be once you have all 5 scenarios to actually find the similarities so that you can get a better understanding of yourself and how to help yourself in terms of being able to regulate your feelings. The reason why I'm asking you to do this is because a lot of times when we are feeling our feelings, we're so swept up by it, especially if they're very triggering and nervous feelings and intense feelings, that you kind of forget all of the other things that went on before or during that feeling before it hit. So this is why keeping track and detailing everything out will help you understand the pattern. Once you have a couple answers for yourself, this is where we get into the harder part of the work. And this I would call changing and reconstructing. So if you notice, based off the questions that you answered for yourself and those 5 scenarios that you kept track of, if you notice that the anxiety is coming from within you, that has nothing to do with your partner, but it kind of comes out into your relationship, then here are some things that you can do. First, you need to consciously decide not to make your own internal issue something that is detrimental to your relationship. You need to learn your own triggers. You need to build habits to immediately take yourself out of that place when you start feeling the anxiety creeping in, or start feeling yourself getting into your own head. An example of this would be something like when you have some project that is due tomorrow at work and your partner wants to spend time with you and you're already feeling a lot of pressure, so you start getting anxious because your partner wants to spend time with you and they are trying to plan a date or go out, go somewhere with you, and you have this anxiety and you start getting angry at them because you have things that are going on within you, within your personal world, that are affecting your relationship. The best thing to do would be to give yourself some time, or other habits that help you ground yourself and self-regulate your emotions. Take yourself to a peaceful, calm state of mind before you start lashing out at your partner and making things worse and make yourself feel worse. Hi you guys, so during the editing part of this video we realized that there was a chunk missing that had not recorded, so I'm really sorry. I have to re-record it, and you can tell that the lighting is different and everything is different, but this section is so important, so I didn't want to exclude it from the video. That's what we're going to be talking about today, and that is the category of anxiety being caused by your partner. And I really want you to question why you are with a person that is causing you anxiety, because clearly everything in you is against that. You do have to understand why it is happening, like the core reasons. Is it because you guys have ongoing trust issues? Is it because your partner is crossing boundaries? Is it because of something that they did in the past and you're kind of anxious about it happening in the future? And so therefore you're always anxious and you're kind of like worried about things happening. My whole point of saying that is that it's not very healthy for you, and clearly your partner isn't respecting you enough to provide a safe space for you where you feel comfortable, where you feel safe, where you feel peaceful. The truth of the reality is that we all decide what we get in our life. So if you're with somebody like that, I really want you to question yourself why you're subjecting yourself to that kind of behavior that is causing you to have anxiety. And I'm pretty sure that you've communicated your things to your partner in the past. And for example, if it's someone that you are married to and you're not looking to end the relationship but they're causing you anxiety, there are ways that I've discussed previously that you can handle the anxiety. But until you decide to view things differently, until you either choose to, for example, if it's trust issues, right, because they did something in the past, if you don't let it go, if you don't decide to consciously get over it and think differently about things, you're gonna be the one that's suffering. And it's not just your emotions. Your health is very closely tied to your emotions. That is why being in a peaceful state of mind is so vital for all human beings in order to be mentally healthy as well. My whole point of this video is to help guide you and to draw more attention to underlying issues and feelings that we might not be acknowledging due to the most intense emotions that we feel. And anxiety is one of those, because you're in a worried state and you're tense very often, and someone like that cannot think very clearly in that position. So you really want to work your way around getting yourself out of that emotional state so that you can get more of those things into your life. As always, if you find yourself having a hard time to deal with your anxiety by yourself, please, please, please seek out help, because sometimes we need a little help from somebody to move past some of the issues that are preventing us from living a full, happy life. I really hope this video is insightful to you. If so, please don't forget to leave me a comment, click the like button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.